evening with O fans. Tonight we are reading Reptile Rampage. Dr. Curtis Connors, also known as the Lizard, was in trouble. Peter Parker knew it as soon as he saw all the pictures of the lizard splashed across the front page of the Daily Bugle. Peter also knew that his boss, J. John Jameson, would be mad that Peter hadn't delivered exclusive pictures of the lizard. As soon as Peter walked into the Daily Bugle, J. John Jameson called him to the front office. "Parker, the lizard is on the loose, and I need pictures," he demanded. "I don't care if you have to camp out in a swamp. I want a shot for the front page, and I also want a picture of Spider-Man fighting the lizard," JJJ shouted. He also expected perfection. "I'm your man. I'll get you those shots," Peter told his boss. Meanwhile, Dr. Connor's wife, Martha, was very upset. She noticed her husband mixing up a strange formula earlier that week. She knew that he was trying to create a serum that would help him grow back his missing arm, but she also knew that it came with a serious side effect. It turned Dr. Connors into an evil villain called the Lizard. Spider-Man found Martha Connors sitting on her porch. She was looking at a picture of her husband. "I wish he didn't care about growing back his arm." She looked at Spider-Man with concern. "I'll find him," Spidey told her. "Don't worry. Please hurry," Mrs. Connors said. "You need to bring him to the lab and feed him the antidote." "Got it. He won't be a lawless lizard much longer. Soon he will be back to be a good old Dr. Connors." Spidey searched New York City up and down. Finally, he spotted the lizard. Spider-Man chased him into an ice cream shop, hoping to lock the cold-blooded beast in a freezer, which would diminish the lizard's strength. Unfortunately for Peter, the lizard escaped. "I'm not a fan of frozen treats," the lizard called out to Spidey. "If you're gonna run from me, you're gonna be on a rocky road," Spidey taunted. The lizard stomped through the streets, creating a wave of destruction, crushing cars, windows, and damaging storefronts. Spidey taunted behind the lizard as they made their way up a building where Dr. Connor's lab kept his lab. "Once you go in there, I can promise you will never coming out," Spidey said as he scaled down the side of the building. The lizard tried to knock Spidey down with his powerful tail, but it didn't work. The lizard roared and it echoed through the city. People came out from the surrounding buildings and crowded around to see the excitement. Spider-Man was going to save the day. Spider-Man found a window to climb through and made his way into the lab, grabbing the antidote. Suddenly, the lizard crashed through the door. followed by a group of angry reptiles. The lizard must have given them something that let him completely control their minds. They were ready to attack. Spider-Man looked to his left and saw a giant snake slithering towards him. Spider-Man was in full battle mode with the reptiles. When the lizard threw a desk at him, "Whoa, bad lizard," Spidey called out. "Dr. Connors, do you realize what you're doing? You have to stop the lizard." But it was pointless. Dr. Connors had no control. Once the lizard was unleashed, there was no use reasoning a monster. In between fighting, Spidey eyed the antidote. The lizard used the opportunity to unleash his final attack. He ordered the reptiles to hold Spidey down as he began to strike him over and over. Spider-Man fought back hard, making sure not to bump into the antidote. Finally, Spidey broke free, grabbed the antidote, and poured it into the lizard's open jaws. Within seconds, the lizard began to morph. He slowly became Dr. Connors. Again, Spider-Man was relieved to see the doctor's familiar face. "Wow, what happened?" Dr. Connors asked. "It's a long story," Spidey sighed. Soon, Martha Connors had her husband back, and J. John Jameson had his front page spread. Everyone was happy. That night, Peter came home to one of Aunt May's amazing home-cooked meals. "How was your day, Peter?" Aunt May asked. Peter didn't even know where to begin. Aunt May didn't know Peter was Spider-Man, and he certainly couldn't tell her about his fight with the lizard. "Don't forget to save room for dessert, Peter," Aunt May said as Peter finished his dinner. "I picked up a pint of ice cream, your favorite Rocky Road." I hope you enjoyed this story. Make sure to share and subscribe. Have a great night. Be good.